then things will start again. Gideon will... Okay, like, I want to say Gideon's off model here, but that assumes that Gideon can be on model, you know? Like...
Right. We're just used to all planeswalkers looking mildly disappointed in us.
Like, where's the Gideon cube here?
Man, they're so disappointed.
Like,
Jeez. Ugh. I like Nissa too. Oh my god.
wow, holy...
Such unchecked contempt for the player. Congratulations on your season 3 points. Ugh.
Congrats. That's fine. There's no content. But this is always my favorite. This will continue to be...
Karin is maximally disappointed.
just...
Elspeth's like, "Ner." Chandra's like, yeah, whatever. Chase is annoyed. They're all trying to be cool.
Yep.
Nobody's smiling. What is it against like just being happy to be on a little season pog or whatever?
I don't know. Like
That's it. No, I've got it. Othenope Nid will be smiling in the illustration. Like no matter what else happens.
Okay.
I guess Ral Zarek is smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even on like the magic cards, they're sort of are. But I just Gideon found time to like get a real close shave while he was fighting off those Eldrazi. You know, like it's really hard when he's doing Boros Legionnaire stuff. But like, God, you really need to. Anyway.
No. That was he was too close in a brush with a Eldrazi, and his 5 o'clock shadow got annihilated.
Had to sacrifice that.
That's just how close a shave it was for him. Getting into some springs.
The close shave. Anyway, let's jump into the cube here and
Wizards of the Coast, Tim A. Hey, there's that Mother of Runes that we couldn't get last time.
Yeah, jeez. Okay, so Preordain is below the cut. Just mentioning that because I want to make sure that's known. Nothing incredibly high power, like.
Yeah, frankly, that might be the world that we live in now. Actually,
This isn't Vintage Cube. You're correct. So I guess then the question just becomes, what do we want to do?
Sylvan Caryatid, so that we don't have to make a choice.
I was
Flooded Strand.
I was actually thinking the Sylvan Caryatid. Because then we don't have to make the choice and we can choose colors later. In the sense that green can pair or trio with anything.
Yeah. I don't see us looking back in this pack and regretting, like, oh no, we missed our chance at whatever. Like,
Gargadon. Like, there's good cards. Preordain. Preordain is the best non-brainstorm cantrip. I mean, I think that's a true statement. Anyway, let's go with that, and we'll kind of move from here. Maybe we
sounds
can.
to me like someone is forgetting Portent. You'll be forgiven for not remembering Portent. It turns out it is not important.
It is not.
It's merely portent.
The portent. Garruk Relentless. Sun Titan.
Have your choice of black-green Garruks.
Yeah. Dramoka's Command, Profane Command. Oh. Sphere of the Suns for more ramp things.
Yeah, I mean there are plenty of big stuff to ramp into. And so if we get the ramp pieces first, then we'll find big things. I don't think I'm gonna miss Garruk Apex Predator, for instance.
The big things here that stick out to me are Garruk, Profane Command, Sun Titan. Like those stand out to me. I'm gonna pick the Sphere based on that.
Yeah.
Like based on the fact that we can ramp into.
Jeez, are there any interactions with Hangerback Walker actually?
Plus
At all?
like adding +1/+1 counters, I assume, is the real question.
They wouldn't put Phyrexian, or I'm sorry, Arcbound Ravager in.
No. Is there like
Even like Steel
some white
Boots.
creatures or like I don't think
Maybe
Anafenza or
there's an
anything like that.
Ajani or something. Nah, let's be Nissa. That sounds awesome.
Hangerback is good with the whole ramp thing, but like Nissa gives us like this is defining our deck plan, which is green ramp. Like, and I think
Which maybe means the Cultivate would have been better than Sylvan Caryatid. Wow.
yeah. Well,
That's cool.
Sylvan Caryatid is a. I'm building like a standard deck right here so far. It feels like. Hmm.
There is Search.
Search on burial
Brago
rights.
King Eternal. What does that even do?
Brago flickers on combat damage to a player.
Oh,
Flickers any
any
number of.
number of target non-land permanents.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
My big problem with Brago is always he is a win more king. Like, in order for him to be usefully doing things, you need to be connecting with a flyer and control multiple things you want to flicker, you know?
I guess he has his own vigilance? Eh?
Yeah, he will be able to flicker himself. Search for tomorrow and just like this is
I
this
think it's Search.
the other
I
card
think
I'm
we've made our choice.
honestly the other card I was looking at was Unburial Rights, but you know.
Yeah, after they kill our bomb once, then we can get it back.
Yeah. Corsair, Phyrexian Metamorph, Green Sun Zenith, Tanglewire, Tassiger, Temple, that sort of thing. So I'm very heavily looking at either Phyrexian Metamorph or Corsair of Crufix. Green Sun Zenith's also incredibly good. Hmm.
Mercer puts a big freaking stop sign in front of any aggressive deck.
Yeah. But Metamorph also is just like,
Mm.
I copy your.
I think Metamorph is irreplaceable.
That's
Like
probably.
Corsair's just gonna tell our opponent what we're drawing.
Corsair is still incredibly good. It's just like so. I mean, that's Cube.
Yeah.
Cards are incredibly good.
Psychotog.
Hmm. I'm still sad at the fact that that's the wrong mana. Wall of Roots or Cord.
Cord does a creature card.
Yeah. I kind of like Cord slightly more than Wall of Roots, basically because we just passed up Green Sun Zenith, and this is the only. Those are the two cards, you know. Like,
Right. Let's see, Green Sun says this is green creature. Cord lets us get just whatever.
yeah.
Wall
And
of Roots can double tap for Cord, and that's kind of
I
nuts.
know. There's no way we get Wall Roots back here, and Wall Roots is incredibly powerful, but like this is the only other shot we get at consistency, whereas a 2 mana ramp piece is sadly replaceable.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not like right now we need more ramp because literally every card in our deck is a ramp piece. Surek.
Formidable.
Yeah, for formidable, I'll let you get familiar with Surek, the Hunt Caller.
Well, he's 5/8 of that himself.
Mm-hmm. Murderous Cut's the other thing I kind of would consider in here. But
Or not Cursed Scroll. But no, yeah, Surek's
yeah.
fine.
I like that at this point we're still very close to just having a standard deck. You know?
Yeah, minus the Sphere and the Metamorph. And I guess the Search.
Hmm.
How many mana dorks do you need?
Well, this is. I am not a fan of this card. Like,
Takes like extra turns to make your mana.
Nature's Lore grabs a forest, which could grab type duels. Bonfire is also a choice. Like Bonfire for a top end.
Yeah, I mean we haven't picked our second color yet.
Yeah.
Maybe it's red.
I'm I'm gonna go with, like, again, 2 mana ramp spells slightly more replaceable, and this gets me a little more defined color. Gargadon, Hammer.
Gargadon. Let's do it.
There's port. I don't. Well, the thing is, I don't
We
see.
can sack our Sphere of the Suns after the counters are gone.
I don't see Bonfire as a commitment to a second color. Like, single red when we have Sphere of the Sun, Sylvan Caryatid, Search for Tomorrow. That's not a commitment at all.
Oh no.
Like,
Nope.
also, there's not, Hero's Downfall actually could be the choice here too. Dang.
Yeah. Okay, let's pick it.
I'm gonna try it. Okay.
It's a more
Ooh.
consistent notion.
We also. That was a correct decision, I feel. Sadly, we can't get Olivia for the Jund Splash. I like black. Sad about not getting Reclamation Sage, but I like black.
Oh, we'll get things. Maybe we'll get that demonic pact that everybody's been talking about.
Yeah. Read the Bones, Nykthos. I'm gonna read the Bones here.
The carrion feeder can also eat bones. Hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Gatekeeper triple black puts me off. Yo! I did not expect that. Also, no respect. No
respect for the tangle wire.
I guess it's because it has the alt art. Is that why there's no respect?
Alt art tower tangle wire is nowhere near as powerful.
Let's grab a couple useful cards. And okay. No respect. I mean, I feel bad that I have to even pass it, but Green Sun Zenith is slightly too good. Wild Mongrel below the cut. So what do we have above? Not terribly much that stands out. Both of those duels aren't really the ones that I'm terribly interested in. I could pick up Utopia Sprawl as a ramp piece.
Blah.
I know. I'm aware. But, like, what else is the pick over that? Like, Temple Garden so that I can use on Burial Rites? Like, I don't...
Phyrexian Arena?
Perhaps. Like, that's probably not a bad
Or
choice.
just, like, you know, again, plain old Wild Mongrel.
Yeah.
Discard a powerful thing for our Unburial Rites.
I'm gonna go with the Sprawl because of our lack of, like, it's a card I don't want to play, which is why I really dislike picking it, but if I don't have enough, like, 1-mana dorks, that is a card I want in my deck. But if I have things that are like, ooh. There's a card we can play. Oh, hold on. I found
What's Recurring Nightmare do for us?
Not a ton at the moment, but it's still quite early. This is pick 16 of, 45.
Okay, so we can kind of bend ourselves in that direction.
Yeah. Like, I was looking at that Deathrite Shaman thinking, Deathrite has a lot of... Like,
well, hey,
a lot of
Surrak can, like, secretly give us haste on our Recurring Nightmare target.
Yeah, goodbye, Muldrifter. That's not occurring here. But yeah, like, Recurring Nightmare absolutely can... We don't have a ton right now, but I feel like it's just too good not to try to, like, look towards, you know? Like, pick the Recurring Nightmare, and now all of a sudden we want these really good green valuable creatures. We want Necrotal effects. We want, like Obstinate Baloth or even Sundering Titan. Sundering Titan gives us our first actual ramp target. I like that. Yeah, that's basically it here. Obstinate Bailoff is obviously a choice too, but
I want an Eldrazi. Sundering Titan does a good impression.
Sundering Titan's probably as close as you get to Eldrazi. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it not being an Eldrazi. Like,
Right.
hey, it has like fake Annihilator. It's just uncommon to play in
Right.
Like.
It's big. It destroys things. It has like weird stats.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, dies to... Yeah, dies to...
Oh, Guilt
Winnower. Yeah.
Bleh.
Which, you know what? Sure, I accept that if that were to occur.
No one's playing that card.
We could literally take Explore.
More Explorers.
More Explorer. Voraz Stronghold is also another consideration here.
Ultimately, if we're gonna have like one creature ever, maybe we want to get it back. Getting back Nissa, for instance, would be kind of cool.
I feel like we kind of have enough already in the deck between Profane Command, Unburial Rites, and Recurring Nightmare.
Okay, fine, but I wanted to pick one land that could put all those to shame.
I don't know if Voraz Stronghold puts Recurring Nightmare to shame. I'll give you like putting on Burial Rites and Profane a bit, but Recurring Nightmare.
I love cramming my deck full of more things.
I know.
And lands that do things.
Absolutely do, yeah. Again, I kind of wish this was like a creature that did ramp, but Explore is a very good piece of ramp. Speaking of creatures that do ramp, and by that I mean like creatures that work incredibly good with Recurring Nightmare.
Deal.
Yeah. Like
we're kind of missing mana elves, frankly.
That is the reason I picked this sprawl.
Jeez.
Because we haven't been seeing... The only mana elf we saw was the one that discards cards to make mana elf, and it's just like...
I just wish so many of the cards in my hand were Llanowar elf.
Mm-hmm.
Now it can happen.
Yeah, Wooded Foothills would be like a choice too. Like that would let me like actually play the bonfire if I want.
Alright, shuffle effects are cool.
Right.
Enabling the Deathrite Shaman that we didn't take.
Mm-hmm. But Yavelder also lets us set up like extra colors. Huh.
And now we have to pick one.
Yeah, and now green is just gone.
Erebos is not a single black card.
What about Doomblade?
I guess we have black.
Black is a color in our deck at the moment.
It's not exciting, but you need these things sometimes.
I could go mad and just grab Keranos or something like that. With our no non-basics. I'm grabbing the Doomblade. Doomblade will get the job done. Sometimes creatures need to die, and most of the time they're on the other side of the table when they do.
Yes! I like that the M
is
gigantic.
Oh my god, it's huge. Here's the gigantic M.
Look, remember Ugin's words. 8 or 10 is okay, but 15 is right out.
Yeah. Alright, so on that note, do you want something like Languish or Vampire Nighthawk? Because 15 is a bit right out.
Man, Languish kills our Serac.
How about just Nighthawk?
It's not exciting, but he functions.
Yeah, I'm not 15 is right out. Vraska, Arbor Elf.
Arbor Elf's more important.
Sorry, Vraska. Arbor Elf is more important.
Yeah.
When
do I get to write her origin story? Once there was a Gorgon, then she walked to another plane of existence. Sometimes people turned to stone. The end.
She didn't have a story written on like the site, but there was a magic comic book involving Vraska and Dak.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
well, that was thrilling.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we absolutely... Arbor Elf is just too important for what's going on. Now, should I take Fire Arena? Or should I take Wild Mongrel, knowing that... Like, I have Unburial Rights discarding thing going on?
Maybe.
Color of your choice.
It can turn black, so you can't Doomblade it.
Mm-hmm. Let's grab the Mongrel. Not the happiest about it, but it's aight. Okay.
Junk. Garbage. Mutavault.
Yeah, like, I'm not Phyrexian Obliterator. That's not happening. We're ramp more than we're Reanimator. We just have reanimation pieces in the deck. Alright, whatever. Let's grab the Mutavault. Okay, now this actually is a card I'm fine to play because that's a Recurring Nightmare card.
Sweet. Hey! Cool. All of the manlands.
And Erebos.
Even kind of pair with each other.
Okay.
Because...
Yeah, you can...
Because Mutavault is an assembly worker.
This deck feels incomplete, like, much more so than, normally after pick 2, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't yet feel like we have a complete deck. And usually by the end of pack 2, I know that, like, we have a...
We have, like, 2 halves of the plan.
How do I not take the Ancient Tomb? Specifically because that was the Bloodghast pick, right? That's specifically why, as I explained. Recurring Nightmare Bloodghast is a bit too powerful for me to not want. Woodfall Primus. Temple.
I mean, we're kind of hard up for the big stuff to crush our opponents with at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. Honestly,
I mean, you could set up, like, gray merchant loops.
Yeah.
Drain them out.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm gonna take the Primus because we absolutely need... Like, look at this curve is really funky. Also, can the sort by CMC function? Look at the curve. Like, we actually don't have anything over, like, at all here, because it's Surak, and then nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. So, yeah, it's Woodfall Primus here. We want either, like, Lotus Cobra, Temple, or, like, Grey Merchant to come back around. Harmonize would be playable, but I probably wouldn't actually play it.
And the gray merchant here, after we passed up Phyrexian Obliterator, I guess I know what I want to do the next time we do this. Crater Hoof Behemoth, though. Jeez.
Is that more up the alley of what we want to do?
It's that or Solemn, I think.
Yeah, Solemn, Scavenging Ooze, Kakusho, Fertile Ground, Whip are all the cards here. Crater Hoof. How many creatures are we going to have for Crater Hoof?
That's kind of a shame. We did pick Arbor Elf.
Right.
Sylvan Caryatid cannot attack.
Right, that's kind of a problem there.
Whatever. We'll just, like, attack with him and then reanimate him.
Somebody said FTK, and FTK is also... Oh, Kakusho with a... Hold on, Kakusho with a freaking Recurring Nightmare loop?
Sure, let's do it. I believe.
I can't pass Greater Hoof? The hell I can't.
No. We did our other build that had Crater Hoof.
Yeah, like... I'm completely willing to pass...
Oh, man. Attrition Bloodghast?
I feel pretty confident that tables. Like, that one I feel... Alright, I think it's like Thran Dynamo versus Oracle of Moldiah.
Cool. Let's pick the Oracle.
Yeah. Mostly because Oracle gives us a little more fodder for, again, something for...
I never realized how, like, 3N Dynamo didn't look like anything.
Yeah, what is...
Like, got some pipes leading into an urn. Also some vents that aren't connected to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, the idea with Kakusho over Craterhoof is literally that I think it works better with our recurring Nightmare loop. I think that'll be pretty sweet. But yeah, I think we just get attrition back here, right? That'll be like...
Yeah. That'll be great. Hey, white for the other half of Unburial Raids.
Yeah. We do necessarily need these 1-mana creatures to make the deck function. Like, Primal Command's also a card here too. Hippie's probably also a card here too. But yeah, like, this isn't Elves of Deep Shadow. Yeah, there's Entomb as well. I don't feel like we're Reanimator enough for me to want to Entomb. That's definitely something. The big thing there is that, like, I can Entomb Recurring Nightmare, and that's pretty freaking good. Actually, now that people are saying it, I even have Bloodghast. Okay, I'm willing to try this out.
Sweet.
The 1-mana Dorks will show up, right? Right? This isn't a bad pick, he says, as he gets completely destroyed for the choice. Indrik Stomp Howler is an effect we don't yet have.
Yeah, we missed that Reclamation Sage.
Lotleth Troll is I'm playing on Burial Rites. I feel confident that we can just get the white off of, like, any of our actual fixing. Search for, like, one plane, search for tomorrow, Sylvan Caryatids, Ear of the Suns, that sort of thing. Like, this is just an effect we don't have, and we already passed up Reclamation Sage?
Correct.
Yeah, so completely fine with this pick. Like, honestly, Regrowth, like, is a lot more likely to table anyway. It's a powerful card, but
Yo.
Nasty.
The big man on campus.
Yeah.
There's also Summoning Trap.
There is also Summoning Trap. I hope you did get to see that clip.
I did.
Okay.
Next you'll say, you don't play Wild Mongrel for no reason.
You don't play Wild Mongrel for no reason. Oh! Yeah. Let's go ahead and if we pick the Summoning Trap, we do have the combo. But no, Primetime gets us up to these big events. Also grabs Volrath Stronghold, which is honestly the biggest reason to pick it. Like, that's a hell of a tutor. Excuse me.
Well, you can have a big demon.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of ways for us to get rid of it. Like, I guess Recurring Nightmare, Hero's Downfall, Profane Command. This lets me maybe splash red if I care to. Like, it's the pick here, I feel. Like, first, we don't have enough cards to make the Persecutor function.
I don't think you need all that many cards to make it function.
Oh my god. Why do I only get one card out of this pack?
It's kind of nasty. Can we shuffle it up with the last pick that we had?
Yeah, can we just, like, okay, we put the Bandlands back in the pack, and then we take, like, Rofellos plus, like...
Rofellos, Maelstrom Pulse.
Rofellos, Liliana. Rofellos Him. Like, I want the Rofellos so that we can
Wait,
actually.
Liliana comes with a zombie?
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah, Liliana's a bit strong. Oh.
The Grey Merchant came back. Sweet. Grey Merchant Vampire Nighthawk. Yeah. Welcome to your nightmare.
Do I care about that over Harmonize? I think we have a deck where Grey Merchant can function, and also I can feel like I made the mistake of not picking Phyrexian Arena now. So
Fair.
but that's fine.
We have that.
So I'm gonna get to maybe show off a really cool interaction with this card.
Whip of Erebos, Indrik Stomp Howler? Oh, okay. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it functions extremely powerfully.
That feels unfair. I love it. Yay, attrition. There's also ACDC.
Yeah.
He never actually gets to exploit anybody. That's the problem. So you can just kill him.
But we have Bloodghast. Again, I guess either way, we're picking a card that functions with Bloodghast, right?
Right.
I'll grab this for you. Temple.
Hey,
What
cool.
what? I'm sorry.
Actual lightning bolt didn't make it?
Actual legitimate lightning bolt.
Jeez.
I'm thinking about just thieving that crap.
Now we do love Recurring Nightmare quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's cool and great.
Anyway, I'm not hating the bolt. It'll just kill me instead. Okay. And we got Lotleth Troll, which is a lot like Wild Mongrel, but in different ways.
Mm.
Yeah, we're not black enough for Divinity of Pride. Sadly, I really kind of wish we were.
Yeah.
For that word. Yeah. Anyway, we need to make a number of cuts and kind of make sure this deck functions well enough. I want it to be much more base green than base black if possible, because like Rofellos specifically.
Right. All right. Well, let's cut in Tomb. I don't think we made it.
Don't like it?
I don't like it. I mean, what do we have? Unburial Rites, Recurring Nightmare.
Well, honestly, it can just be put Unburial Rites in the grave or Bloodghast in the grave. Yes.
Okay, that makes me like it a little more.
Like, cause it's not creature. It's
Yeah, it's card.
Yeah, it's card. So, I don't think we want to cut Green Sun because look at the Green Sun curve. Like on every single point in our curve, Green Sun has something it grabs, if not multiple things. Like cutting Green Sun is not something I really want to be doing. I'm gonna cut a lot. Let's cut these. I don't think I'm the reanimator in that sense. Like I don't want this stuff.
Mm.
What's on the top end?
So you'll just what naturally get your creatures in the yard
cast them
from casting them
with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In
8,
that
9.
case, do we have like too much reanimation?
Well,
because like Recurring Nightmare, Whip, Unburial Rites,
and Profane Command.
Profane Command. It's kind of a ton for a deck that's not aggressively discarding things.
I guess what's the worst of those options?
I want to see the interaction, so I'm gonna. I want to keep Whip.
Right. If I cut Unburial Rites, I don't have to include 1x planes.
And Tomb gets a lot worse.
I know.
Got that.
Like, Entomb without the Unburial Rites is nowhere near as good. How many cuts do I need to make? 7 here. So, honestly, it's probably I need to cut into... like, cut into one of the plans and start carving a bit.
Mm.
Like, is Grey Merchant something I want to keep in the deck? Is... possibly.
Let's call Kokusho the better version of Grey Merchant for what we're doing.
Yeah. Because Grey Merchant, I have a decent, like, Bloodghast existing, and Vampire Nighthawk, Recurring Nightmare, Whip of Erebos, Grey Merchant, Kokusho. Those are the black mana symbols. Yeah, Profane isn't something I want to cut because Profane isn't just Reanimator. It's everything. It's a fireball. And, like, we're a deck with Rofellos, so a fireball seems fine. No, if Whip is out, Nissa is not also out. I will not cut Nissa from here. I think the card is powerful enough on its own. So yeah, let's go on Burial Rites, Entomb, Grey Merchant. Let's cut that stock up. How much ramp is too much ramp? How much removal is too much removal is, I guess, the next question. Is, like, we still need to make 4 cuts, even after that, you know.
Okay, I vote for Explore.
You think that's the least powerful of all these? I guess, let me...
Especially, like, Arbor Elf next to Utopia Sprawl?
Yes.
That's kind of great.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I'm not sure what to think of Surak as well. Like, I wish this was something I had a little more experience playing with her against, like Chameleon Colossus, or something I could better evaluate, but...
He hands off haste where you want it most. He's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he immediately lets Primeval Titan play attack. That's something I'm all in. You know, like that sort of thing. Which maybe or maybe not isn't what we want, you know? So yeah, let's go with the Explorer, as you said. Cut more of the double black spells. That actually seems like a reasonable way to do it. Like Nighthawk, even.
Yeah, for either plan, he's just kind of a speed bump. You know, something to get in the way out front so we can, like, accomplish what we want.
Yeah, I'm thinking the double black thing specifically because we have Rofellos, which means I want to be able to play as many forests as possible. It has nothing to do with our fixing and everything to do with the Rofellos. That's literally why. Kokusho's worth absolutely keeping. Primeval's absolutely worth keeping. I don't really want to cut, everybody's clamoring for Corticalling to get cut. Jeez.
Well, we did not end up with, like, a ton of tokens. All of our small creatures tap for mana anyway, more or less.
Yeah. So I guess let's run it down here. We got Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl, which those stick around not only because of their interactions together, but the power that they have, like the ramp.
They work well alone and together.
Yep.
So.
Bloodghast sticks around specifically because of Recurring Nightmare. That's the reason I'm keeping that in. Whip is staying. People are saying cut the Whip. Whip's staying specifically because I want to show off an interaction. It might actually be one of the weaker cards, but that's not going to get me to cut it. Like, I'm not going to be cutting cards based solely on power level, at least at this point, because I want to be able to show off a couple neat interactions. I do have Woodfall Primus, which means Indrik Stomphowler is...
He's taken care of. You know, we have that in the deck.
Yeah.
Hey, we could cast Topal Field Deet.
Oh my god. We do have Tobal Field Deed in the deck. Let's go with that and
All right, last cut.
one more cut. If I cut Doomblade, how much more removal do I have left? Profane Command, Hero's Downfall at the end. Yikes.
Sounds more like Hero's Downfall is the pick there.
Planeswalker Hit is its... Read the Bones? Like, that is a hell of a digging card, but... I'm gonna do that. I need to make a choice, so I'm going to make that choice.
Cool. This means our deck is more dense.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, this looks like 10-6.
I'm fine with 10-6.
Yeah, it wants that.
Oh, besides, if we keep Doomblade, we can do the old Dies to Doomblade thing.
It's true.
Play that game.
You know,
well, your feature is cool, but it dies to Doomblade.
I think the weakest part of this deck is actually the fact that we're missing a Necrotol. Like we don't have Shriekmaw, we don't have Necrotol, we don't have Bone Shredder, we don't have... Hell, we don't even have, like, the worst one, the Menace.
Guilt Leaf Winnower.
The answer to your question, you guys trying to win or just have some fun with card interactions? Both. I'm absolutely trying to win at all times. Trust me, that's how I operate. But also, I want to show off neat things like this whip. I've described the interaction before, but I like having fun while winning. So.
Oh, Massacre Worm, I guess would almost count. Jeez, a Phytomancer.
Oh, God.
Man, that card.
That would have been nuts here. Even like Bitter Blossom. But yeah, I am always the play-to-win player. But there are times where my want to show off neat things or my love of specific cards overrides that instinct. It's not the most common thing, but it does occur. What the hell?
Oh, we could just chord for whatever we need.
Ah, perfect. Let's go ahead and...
We could just Green Sun Zenith for whatever we
need. I think this actually works because I Green Sun Zenith for Rofellos and cast turn 4 Sundering Titan at my opponent. Okay. Screw this.
Sure.
Whatever. Okay. I thought my opponent passed without playing a land.
Oh man, Slyo, you are a known player to Joe Zero Pinator.
Yes, we likely have played. That is me. I'm Slyo9, and he's Kaz.
My name is Kaz. I'm not as frequently on the Magic Online because I don't want to ever play Magic. Really.
All right, so because I went off curve here, this was important to me though. Green Suns for 2 was important to me because I want the Rofellos.
Disgusting. Come on, Forest.
Well, yeah. We got it! We got the forest!
We did at that.
We did it.
That's
Congrats.
not exactly what I meant.
Well, but we got it.
It's a legendary land.
Alright, we also got the forest.
Man. Ah, well.
Anyway, let's play both things here. I'm glad we got the forest.
Whatever, we'll be able to like break it with what's it called? Woodfall Primus, and then cast some other huge thing in the same turn.
Yep. That'll be incredibly good. The genie heard your wish.
Another 3-color deck? Jeez.
Ooh. Is he gonna just fight you off of Elder?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that flips Garrick. That's why he did that. Yes, I'd like to grab some. I'd like to grab some swamps at this point.
Mm-hmm. Wonder why you might want those.
No. There's something calling out to me that says I need a swamp. Speaking of which, do I actually want to just murder off Garrick there?
3 mana for 4, sort of.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna do that. That is a card worth removing from play.
Yeah, like you're killing every Death Touch wolf that would have followed.
Yeah.
Which is like an embarrassing army to have against. Oh man, that's also kind of embarrassing when we're gonna play Sundering Titan.
A bit, but
then again,
not the worst. Anyway, do you have a counterspell for me? You're a player who would have a counterspell, right? You got double blue up. That's counterspell mana. I'm gonna lose my swamp. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. That. Done.
Done. I'm huge.
I showed him the stronghold now for a very specific reason. I wanted it available to me. I wanted it available to me on my upkeep on the next turn, in case he chose to kill Sundering Titan. It's not the most common play that he would make here, but it was a play I wanted to have access to in case of fire. You know. My goodness.
Alright.
Alright.
I guess you can just tap our guy instead.
Okay, so here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Yavimaya Elder better than any other card we could draw, like at random?
We could draw Woodfall Primus. You know? Well, okay, no. He is better because we can sacrifice him to draw a card.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
alright. No, that's definitely it then.
That's, again, I wanted access to this ability immediately.
I mean, we're giving up our counter for it.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. So let's go ahead and put Yav Elder on top of the library. Yeah, that makes some sense.
Oh,
weird.
I'm surprised suddenly.
Stunning. All right, and that can go back.
I think my surprise. Oh man!
Wow!
Surprise.
All right.
Him too.
Anyway, we do have 2. Wow, that Glacial Fortress came into play tapped. Sweet.
Awesome.
Let's thin our deck. This is like a fake Primeval Titan, right?
This is the world's fakest Primeval Titan, my friend.
Yes, I'd like to use.
Oh lord.
Let's grab one of. Yeah, let's actually start loading up on swamps. And we draw a card, and it's. Is that a process worth repeating?
I mean, we can't.
Oh, right. Are we out of counters?
We are.
Okay, that's fine. Then let's not. It is a process.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes the decision for. Oh my god, you can untap Rofellos.
This is too powerful.
Man, being able to untap Rofellos, that's
All
big
right,
game.
let's tap Rofellos. I can't believe I'm gonna get to untap Rofellos. Opposition, you certainly are a card. In the market for one of my like more powerful spells right now. If that isn't obvious.
Oop.
Yeah, okay.
I guess he wanted to do that before. Oh man. Yeah, I think we want to do that.
I think that's a card I want to draw, to be entirely honest. I'm about to lose my black source, so...
Yeah.
I'm fine with my opponent doing that. Because I'm fine with killing my opponent's lands as much as possible here. Hey, a white...
Oh, jeez.
What do you think you're doing here, buddy? Do you have something I don't know about? That's
Alright,
that's powerful.
It's pretty good.
Well,
Starts making creatures for opposition, yeah.
Yeah, that's something I want to answer. Is he gonna start tapping things immediately? Yeah, because that keeps me off of... Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to cast that now. Interesting. Opposition sucks, by the way. That's... I absolutely never like fighting that card.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah.
That's our turn. And it only gets worse from here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's our...
Stomp Howler is not in the deck.
It's not in the deck, but, like, we absolutely want it. Like... Is this like Cloud Goat Ranger or something like that? Okay, yeah, say the morning. Okay, a way to win the game in like 3 turns. Gotcha. Alright, and here comes a free 2/2, and now our mana starts getting absolutely wrecked.
Oh, but hey, think about it this way. At the end of the game, we get to see everything that he manifested.
It's true. Information is ours. Now, one thing Yep, okay, he's smart enough to know. He needs to tap the Arbor Elf before tapping any of my forests. Oh no, Rofellos!
Man, Rofellos is not having a good day.
No, Rofellos is like turned into a forest and having like the worst time. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You don't say.
That's spicy. What if we had our own Woodfall Whisperwood Elemental?
Yeah. I mean, I could grab Yosei, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, it's gotta be Whisperwood here, so...
I also accept the plan of copy Rofellos.
Well, it's a...
Oh, he's a land! Right, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, never mind. Because he was gray like that, he looked like an artifact. Oh, jeez.
That can become a planeswalker.
That's quite surprising. Does that just happen? How does her
No,
ability work?
on the landfall.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Okay, I gotcha.
if you so. All right, more creatures. I understand. And we get attacked by Yosei the Morningstar.
I believe the thing will... No, it exiles itself, so it will come back untapped.
Mm-hmm.
So you will not have a tapped Planeswalker. How about that?
End step, it's time to flip this up. Hey, what's up? This is here.
You know, just a gray ogre.
Yeah, it's fine. Whisperwood Elemental, kind of ridiculous, by the way. It's a pretty ridiculous Verdant Force. Yeah, this actually could not. This could. Did we just have a face down flipped card?
Yes. It was the third side.
Nah,
the
secret
third face.
the secret third side. I love this. I love the rule that says cards have a secret third side that nobody knows about. I mean, that is how the rules work, and the card actually does, like, turn down, but, yeah. Uh-huh.
You want to tap that for Ma? Okay.
No, I don't want to be doing anything at my upkeep.
All right.
I thought about using the Stronghold here, but, like, I don't want to draw Yav Elder. I want to draw something relevant. I've yet to figure out what that is. And I may never figure out what that is.
I guess we get to attack. So that's cool.
Okay, well, I don't think we attack with the 4/4 because we need to not die, too.
Yeah.
But I can attack with Nissa and then flip Nissa.
What does her ability do though? I don't. Yeah, I don't think we want a legendary 4/4 green elemental.
We kind of might.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, anyway, I'm attacking first, so Resto Angel can own me or whatever. Then we play a land, and then Nissa does that. I guess if I plus Nissa and drew, like, Doomblade, I could cast it.
That'd be pretty good. Make him sacrifice his
Well,
Whisperwood Elemental.
Here's a better thing. All right. 5. 4 of them hitting is lethal. I think I need the 3/3 to... I heard the 4/4 to not die. Because if my opponent plays, like, some sort of token generator or something that can tap my blocker... I'm going with the 4/4. The hope is that my opponent, like, focuses down Nissa over there with the next attack.
Whisperwood's a powerful card.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Whisperwood Elemental. Thank you.
Lotus Cobra, eh?
Search for... yes.
Search for tomorrow.
Yes. Okay, landfall. I'm glad a land came down because my opponent only has one card left in hand. I get a third guy. He can't swing for 13 immediately because I have a third creature from Whisperwood Elemental. Unless he can create 2 creatures. He needs to be able to craft 2 creatures to win. Oh.
I think he did that.
Is that 2 creatures? Does that look like 2 creatures to you?
Yeah.
That looks a lot like 2 creatures to me.
Man.
You know...
Opposition A.
This card sucks.
Well, yeah, we're crushed.
I'm floating mana. Don't try this. Yeah,
We are 100% wrecked.
Functional, Yeah, I'm not certain, but I think my opponent created more than 8 or shit.
Wait, did he? Yeah, he played the land first. I guess
Well,
he didn't have enough with that because of the Ludus Cobra, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep,
It's pretty good.
Alright, I don't need that mana. That's fine. So, Indrik Stomphowler. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Alright. No, I think we used Yavelder to draw a lot of these lands. Like...
Correct. At least 4.
Yeah. So... Good old opposition. Dang.
I honestly think we lost a Whisperwood Elemental more than opposition, frankly.
Right. Though, I mean, like, Avenger would have done the same in that circumstance.
Yeah. Avenger opposition is pretty huge. Ooh. Fantastic. Blade Splicer.
Huh. Well, of course he didn't morph those up because, you know.
Right.
Those don't function.
Huh.
Alright. Anyway, let's...
I think we're going to do the old hope our opponent doesn't have their colors thing.
So, Indrik Stomphowler in... What do I not want in here? Maybe Surak, maybe... Yeah, maybe Surak. That's the only, like, comparable size thing. Any more pieces of interaction up here that we can bring in? Not especially. Attrition.
I mean, yeah. Opposition A will just kill every last creature that you ever play with your Avenger of Zendikar.
I like Chord because I can cast that through opposition being active. I'm gonna do that. Alright, I'm just gonna...
Alright.
Ooh, Bonfire?
I'll just take this deck in a completely new direction.
The problem is that doesn't always kill his board. Well, yeah, it's a Chord's a mana intensive card, but it's an instant. That's really the reason I want it, is because like they can go to tap all my lands at upkeep, and I can just Chord. You know.
Yep.
And then I can Chord for Indrik Stomphowler or Woodfall Primus. If I bring in the Bonfire, what would I take out?
Profane Command.
One swamp for a basic mountain. Alright. Would you like to play first? Yes.
Hey, there's that mountain for Rofellos.
Perfect. It'll be fine.
Mulligans to 6 and keeps.
Yep.
Likes the 6. Oh no, it's me! It's Brimez!
Alright, Rofellos. 1 point I can at least be happy about. That mountain would have been a swamp, so it doesn't...
Yeah. Doesn't change our Rofellos math.
Yeah. Anyway, drawing one of our 8 forests says we get Primeval Titan, and like the game, I think, just ends in that point. Like, that always feels like it's like, yep, you got Primeval Titan, game over. You know, like.
Cred. The coast is not clear.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, forest. Oh no!
No!
I am owned be skellums. We only have access to 5 mana. I'm so displeased.
I know.
But hey, we get to Doomblade something and then cast Primeval Titan next turn if Rofellos lives.
Yeah, I don't even know if like the scavenging ooze isn't even something I want to Doomblade. Like, if there's a better target, I might. But you know, our opponent showed things that are really high value, and we don't have a ton of removal.
Yeah, I was about to say, Scooz definitely comes in.
Yep. Yeah, all right, it's time.
It's time.
And then let's go grab the lands we mentioned. One of the lands we mentioned. We would like to grab the Vorash Stronghold and a forest.
Yes. Like that her hand is all gas.
Mm-hmm. I like that, like, we can kill opposition if that comes down.
We can kill like 4 oppositions.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Yeah! Yeah! Eat it!
Oh, man. Oh, you poor character. So he taps like prime time, right?
Yep. And then we play a different sort of prime time. Different prime time.
Blammo!
All right, get out of here with that.
Want to search? I mean, it's either suspend search for tomorrow or hold up fog.
Yeah, he already knows that search exists in our deck, so it's not telling him new info.
Yeah, fog does not exist in the cube, so if he's wise to that, he won't be fooled. I also think there's no single green.
I don't even think there's giant growth.
Yeah,
it's become immense in the cube or something like that.
No, we're not holding that up either.
So we had a lengthy. Wouldn't Stompeller have been better because Primus kills Lance? Nah, I want my opponent dead. Like, he can kill my Lance too. Really? All right. I'm certain that's incorrect.
I want to be able to cast his things.
But if you copy the Woodfall Primus, you get a 6/6 that has persist, and then you can just get back a 5/5 Primeval Titan on the block. Like, I don't think that's a correct play.
Yeah, there are no 1 mana green instants, so there you have it. We were holding up nothing.
Mm-hmm. Fine, my Doomblade costs 3. And I guess my search for tomorrow will cost an extra.
Our Court of Calling costing a lot is kind of blah.
Yeah, but we have a lot of mana. Like, it can be whatever we want. Anyway, I think I'm going to go to attack.
Let's chip in.
Also, I mean, we get to attack with Primeval Titan. So,
I
yeah.
mean, like, what's the bad news here? We like one of our guys goes to the graveyard with Volrath's
Stronghold.
Stronghold.
Also, we get more mana immediately. So I'm going to grab Forest, and I'm going to grab Badlands so that I can cast things like Hero's Downfall and Whip of Erebos. So he's likely going to go to block. And I'm just doing this to mess with my opponent. Because both of my creatures have trample. And the fact that I kill it after, like, blockers are assigned doesn't change, you know, the outcome. I'm letting him think he's won. And then I'm going to, you know, pull the rug out from under him. And we'll use Stronghold because I don't have any black up anymore. And then even if he had a counterspell, it doesn't function. Now, strongest play he could make on his next turn, either Avenger of Zendikar or Sun Titan for Phantasmal Rage.
Ugh.
Just putting out there what his best maneuvers are. I also have Cord for 3 right now, so...
UT Scoos? No.
No, he then...
Didn't want to pay the life.
Doesn't care.
Didn't want to continue the game.
Yeah, game over. Alright, let's move on. Anything else that matters here with the new information given to us? Try to do that again.
I don't think we have all that much more information, frankly.
Yeah, honestly, I think the only information that we gained there was, actually, no, did the Scoos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's new. Man, he has a lot of non-basics. This makes me sad for Primeval, not Primeval Titan, Sundering Titan, different Titan.
Ooh, look at this hand.
Damn.
I'm all in. This is sweet. Hands so good, cops are here.
Oh no! Close the windows. Bar the doors.
No, you can't have it.
Demand to see any warrant that they have. Yeah. They claim they have.
Ha. Thalia to try to own me on my suspended card. I wonder what I drew.
Frankly, that for one doesn't sound all that bad.
No, it doesn't. Especially, hopefully my opponent, like, provides more. Okay. I was like, is there another land coming, or... Yeah! How do you feel about that for one?
Sounds pretty good. You have to pay 4 mana for it.
That'll be fine. So we're going to have to... We pay 1 to get a mana with this, so this is a null...
1.
Like, this is a, you know, a even split. Grab Swamp, because we have double black. And we can get red off of Sylvan Caryatid.
Right. That sounds the most reasonable. He's not removing Sylvan Caryatid with anything. Jeez. So... that, that miracle that we...
Yeah. Miracles.
I mean, hey, that's the old 2-for-1, right?
Yeah, and those
1 card, 2 cards.
Those are some strong cards I want off my opponent's table.
Right, and we had to do it then because of Mob.
Yeah, if we do it yeah, okay, we could try to get Cobra or whatever, but... Green Suns for 5.
So we can get Hendrix Stomp Howler.
That doesn't kill anything.
Sounds to me like you want Arbor Elf instead.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could also just get like Yavimaya Elder.
or even Rofellos.
Rofellos makes Cord look kind of good. We could also like tap Rofellos for mana, Metamorph for another Rofellos to not actually tap him because he doesn't have haste. Okay, never mind.
Or we could just Green Suns for Primeval Titan next turn.
Hmm.
Let's do that. So our opponent will have a decent chunk of mana. 4 cards in hand. Can't attack with that Cobra because I would make that trade in a heartbeat. Would love to see my opponent try to play opposition. I'm still scared of Sun Titan of all things, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, we saw it in the packs. Haven't seen it out of the opponent. It looks well suited to have it, though. Man.
Yeah. Alright, so this is Green Sun Zenith for...
What, Woodfall Primus?
I'm actually short to do that.
5, 6, 7, 8?
Well, and the green. I have 8 mana, but you have to pay green X.
Oh, he's 8? I thought he was 7.
8.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. So this is just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and untap. And we'll go grab Primeval Titan. Yes. And we'll grab Volrath Stronghold and Badlands. Nah. Our red card's dead. Getting a mountain only serves to make Sundering Titan worse.
Hmm.
So the swamp is actually stronger. Now our opponent could have Clone in hand.
We have a better clone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we have a super better clone.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't target.
Doesn't target.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Don't target.
Right, because you can copy hexproof things, for instance.
All right.
Oh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately what I assumed was going to occur occurred. But I'm the one with the Volrath Stronghold, so I feel like I'm in the better position. I really wish I had a way to target that with creatures in my deck, but I don't.
Mm.
Like that's a bit annoying out of everything else.
Well, fine, I'll clone my clone. I will control more Primeval Titans than you.
So 2 cards left in our opponent's hand, and we just need to go over those. Like, we have...
You're packing some pretty heavy heat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, recurring nightmare bloodcast. Oh!
Hi.
Okay, we drew whatever creature. Which we might not even want to cast.
So do we copy We copy Primeval Titan before attacking?
Well, sounds good to me. Don't even have to pay a life if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's what I'm counting. Our mana afterwards is 6, which would be Green Suns for 5 if necessary.
I mean, we've pulled the cool 6 out of our deck. Hey, we could Green Suns for Nissa, actually.
That sounds nice.
And, like, she's immediately a Planeswalker.
Yeah, and gets more land out of our deck.
Right.
And draws a card. Ooh, okay. I can't grab Sundering Titan with Green Suns. I can only grab Sundering Titan with Cord.
We'll have to use our other awesome search your library card.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and... I'm not going to pay the 2 life. Yes. Swamp, forest. And then... Green Suns for... cancel that. Can't...
Please do not untap your opponent's forest.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we grab Nissa Vest with Seer. Trigger. Yes. Forest. Play it. Flip out. Card draw, because I don't care about the like. I think card draw is what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I can't cast that specifically because I left up Volrath Stronghold mana. Technically, I should have done that post-combat, but... Oh well. Alright, all that happened. We're gonna run out of lands in deck, and that's fine. Like, Profane Command's an auto-win on draw. Okay.
Uh-huh. What a curious choice of targets. What, he thinks he can deal with Nissa better than that?
Yeah, that's... Okay, well, Primeval Titans and Primeval Titans are trading, so... I guess he did that so that I couldn't get back the Metamorph?
Alright. Except we can.
I know. Okay,
He just doesn't do it.
We gotta let these resolve.
Heck, we could even, like, let Nissa die and then fetch her back.
We could. What's the Cord next turn? Primus? Probably. It's post-combat, whatever it is. What's your play here? You gotta have something.
Well, I kind of wanted, like...
Oh, Wrath. Okay.
I kind of wanted, like, Cord on upkeep, so that we could activate Volrath Stronghold too, but...
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, how about that? That's a thing. It won't do what I want with Nissa because Nissa's already in play, but you know, the whole do I want to whip back? I can't whip back right now. I don't have quad black. So, let's go ahead and plus.
Oh.
Alright,
cool.
Rofellos.
So, like, Recurring Nightmare, Cord for, Blood Gas. Get back any creature you want. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely just doing this right now, because, let's go ahead and get back our Primeval Titan. Goodbye, Rofellos. And let's go grab some more lands. How about some swamp? And...
yes, Nissa can produce a token each turn. It's a legendary token, so...
Yep.
You'll have to choose. But if you, like, produce a token, sacrifice it to, I don't know, Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah.
And then...
What's our opponent's cool new card? Avengers Zendikar, something like that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
And the land. Alright. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and... So I'm going to whip Phyrexian Metamorph.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-huh. And Avengers Zendikar sounds pretty cool right now. Yep, okay. 20... I seem to have a few more. Oh, Landfall. Alright, cool. Yes, I'd like to use Avengers Zendikar's ability.
Crickets.
Let's go ahead and attack.
Oh man, does Whip say if it would leave the battlefield, exile it?
Yes.
All right. I guess this is our one bite at that.
Yeah, I thought about that, like doing the repeated game state of it with Recurring Nightmare, but that's not a possible play. Anyway, I'm going to murder my opponent. This is some EDH shit, yeah.
Yep, actually out of lands.
Yep, we did it. You know, this reminds me of the game where Primeval Titan came into play 10 times. That was a good one. Oh, he's gonna kill Primeval Titan.
I see.
Okay, well, I've got news for you.
You're making damn sure.
Alright, it's dead! I understand. Yes. Nissa, give me a card. Okay, whatever.
Oh man, Yava, my elders look so terrible right now.
Yep.
No, don't sacrifice a plant. The things are going away anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I'll do that again. I'll do that too. I can multiple this.
Okay, good. No, that's fine. It's a dumb ability anyway.
Rofellos back. Yeah. Alright. And then we're done. I'm not worried about the clock. Final card in our opponent's hand, Edric.
Good God. Whatever, our plants are bigger.
Yeah.
Shame we can't, like, bounce them.
Hey, Nissa, you should draw me a card. Alright, let's go ahead and just attack all out. We get a shuffle. It's cool. That Oracle of Moldiah is pretty nifty to play the lands in our deck.
Mm-hmm.
What got picked instead of Emrakul? I guess that's a good point here.
I don't remember.
Me either. Anyway, my opponent's imminent death. Plant tokens slowly get larger and larger. More and more spread out.
Yes, I like that. Okay, 65!
Yeah! Oh god, lifelink! Yeah! Also, Nissa was was almost on ult next turn. I've never seen Nissa ultimate. If I had slightly more clock, I would have. I would have probably.
Oh man, slow rolled your opponent for that.
If I had, maybe. You know I wouldn't, but I wish I could have. Let's put it that way. I like our deck. It was Vampire Nighthawk we picked over Emrakul. I still think Emrakul doesn't fit in the deck because that game was man, I don't know. That game ruled. Yeah, the round's still going on, and if you look at the clock, 48. There's only like 8 minutes left in the round at possible max.
Crazy.
2 duck cubed.
Oh man, versus Professor Snorley.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Well, I am going to freshen up my drink,
Sounds good.
and I'll be back and wiggle my ears a little bit.
But yeah, I'm very happy with that match. Felt very strong. How's everybody in the zoo doing today? I hope you're all having a good day. Hope you're enjoying the cube. We've had some pretty good ones today. Mono white deck was very fun, and this one is a blast. Neither of them have been perfect, but this one's pretty good. Chord for Emrakul off of the 18 mana. Yeah. That would be pretty dang spicy. You. Yeah. We are in between rounds, and it will only be a little bit of time. You're halfway through season 3, episode 9. You're getting close to my moment. There is one moment that I will call mine, and I love it so much. Talking about the Genius, if nobody's seen that. Parasite, I'm not familiar with that. 6 Ulamog's Crushers was a pretty hell of a real deck. 6 Ulamog's Crushers and Kozilek. But yeah, I'm glad everyone's having it sounds like everybody's having a good time. A lot of good times being had by all. So yeah, the round time, so the way I know that this only can go up to 56 minutes, to quick run that through, 25 minutes on each player's clock. Return of the game. 25 minutes on each player's clock, so 25, 25, and then 3 minutes in between games. That's how much you get for sideboarding between game 1 and 2 and game 2 and 3. So, 56. But yeah, this is a fun as hell deck. Honestly, I was kind of hoping that Nissa would just draw me Profane Command here, because Profane would be a bit of a buster. No hand, and I just go, okay, cool. Well, all of my plant tokens have fear, and you lose 20 life. Probably more than that. Look, Rofellos can smile. Nissa can't smile, but like.
Hey, he's a jolly guy.
Yeah, Rofellos is super happy.
There used to be joy in Magic the Gathering.
I think there still is in places. It's just not the Planeswalkers. That's certainly not where. There's no joy there.
You're not allowed to have fun if you walk the plains. Plant.
Yeah.
Man, think if we had more lands in our deck.
My 65 life total could be something like 95. My opponent could be like hyper dead.
It would be something disgusting.
Yeah. Look at that little 5.
Like plants, mine's bigger.
It like appears on the card if you. Oh, okay. They finished up. It looks like 2 duck cubed took the match.
Doesn't surprise me. Sorry for your loss, Professor Snorley.
Yeah. Wonder what Professor Snorley's a professor of.
Snorlaxes.
Likely. What does a professor of Snorlaxes teach? Or do they? Or are they a research professor?
Yeah. I think they're mostly like. I think they got into the research in Pokemon game, but instead of like being a generalist like all the tree professors that we know, they
Yeah.
hyper specialized, and that's just sort of their thing. They're like, no, this creature is actually super interesting. Let me tell you all these facts.
I think we've. I think there have been a couple. I'm trying to think. There've been a couple characters that felt like that. There's the.
I mean, any given NPC is going to kind of be like that, just by the nature of them having like
One or
two
two.
different lines to say ever.
I'm thinking of the Suicune person is the one that immediately comes to mind. But
I don't remember anything like that.
in like Crystal, there's a person that's all like, "Yo, Suicune is the best."
Oh, well, for the legendaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this hand is saved by Utopia Sprawl.
Sweet.
Like this hand's unkeepable at. Oh.
Oh no! It's Pete. He runs magic.
Pete runs magic. I actually want. Shit, what do I want out of that? Black mana? Because I have the second green source.
Hmm. I mean, we also have the first black source, but
But we do have double black cards in the deck.
yeah.
Anyway, luckily Yavimaya Elder kind of blocks that okay. Steam Vents!
I cannot immediately think of a deck that wants both Steam Vents and Isamaru Hound of Conda. So that's kind of terrifying.
Same. Well, alright, Yavimaya Elder.
It's like, I'm a white weenie deck, but I have this cool red and blue splash.
Profane.
Hmm.
Okay. I think we just hold back. We have successfully stymied Isamaru. The stare down continues.
Hmm.
If I play that Primeval Titan, it's getting countered, right?
Probably.
It's worth playing just because I have Stronghold anyway.
Also probably.
All right. Well,
Yeah, also Recurring Nightmare.
also Recurring Nightmare. All right, so let's just do that.
This is how doomed you are.
Okay, it didn't get countered. That's pretty good.
Ah.
Let's go ahead and grab some black sources. Yeah, attack. I'll deal damage. Okay, so no spells for 4 turns.
I should have pushed harder for Emrakul, I guess.
Banishing Light. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's the reason to not counter the Primeval Titan.
Hey, you're getting hit. Anyway,
Woodfall Primus definitely getting countered though. I mean, there are no exile versions of that, so. Oh, or not.
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, hey, Primeval Titan.
Yeah, alright, let's grab some lands again. Okay. Hey, Yavelder. Yavelder, get in there! The way. I have a fireball. Mm-hmm.
Try to get Rofellos before you do that.
Okay.
It could be pretty big. That remains the same size.
I'm going to attack and then play Profane Command to kill my opponent.
Cool.
Yeah, I like some land. That'd be good. Land's good. Target player loses X life, and target creature gets -X/-X. Goodbye. Black, black. 2. Fireball.
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 Fireball. Fireball.
Fireball. Fireball. So, what's our opponent's deck? Is that something we want Bonfire in against?
Maybe he had a lot of little dudes.
It seemed like he was like an aggressive deck that just had a bad draw.
Porcelain Legionnaire and Wake Thrasher at the very least.
Right. So I think I'm gonna do that thing where I board in the Bonfire because that seems nifty. But what do we want out then? What is again, Surak perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So we bought back in the Bonfire plan.
He technically had the colors of mana to support a Splinter Twin or Kiki Jiki plan.
Right. I guess that's maybe we hold Doomblades for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean we probably also hold Doomblades because these guys are kind of little.
Right.
Maybe we have like 2 of these in the entire deck.
It does feel like we could get run down very quickly.
Oh yeah.
In a bad way. So our opponent can't have Thalia.
Is there a good way to get run down?
No.
Not to nitpick here. I don't want to be. Ooh.
This is a mulligan, right?
This is where we like get run over. We kind of need things to do. That's 6 lands, kind of. One of them is Volrath Stronghold.
Do I trust 6 lands?
Sure.
I trust
6 lands.
I trust 6 lands.
We love lands. We.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Do I trust 7 lands? Uh-oh.
This bonfire will be amazing. And should we have aggressively mulliganed into that? Oh wait, Kithian has text.
Uh-huh. Can become indestructible for 3.
Oh lord. He gains indestructible.
Uh-huh.
Cute. Banishing
Light!
Sphere!
Yo! You can't have it.
Damn!
Yep. What do we want off this? I kind of am thinking mountain. In case Bonfire's the top card.
That would be pretty cool. Sure.
Okay. It's not, but... So, Hero's Downfall, what do we kill? Kithian or Precinct Captain? I think Precinct Captain's actually the more threatening thing at the moment.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, Mountain for the Bonfire, you're all... So, opponent's got a quite aggressive deck. I don't know what the 3 colors is all about, but...
3 colors with Precinct Captain.
Spear! Oh my god, alright.
We'll have all of the mana.
It's gonna make some blue. Blue? No, not blue. Thought about it. Okay, we take 5 again. Alright.
It's kind of lame because our opponent didn't need to do anything.
Yeah, we lost to 2 creatures, and we I guess that's the 6-land keep, which turned into a bit more than that.
Mm.
So, not happy about that one, but what can you do? Anything we want in the board that's more relevant now, like Vampire Nighthawk, perhaps even.
Indrix Stomp Howler, because
Ooh, I
the
like that.
Spirit and Banishing Light exist.
I'm kind of thinking like take out the Bloodcast.
Yeah. Like if we get to the point where we cast our spells at all, we probably win.
Yeah. Let's try to draw some spells this time. I'm just gonna.
I'm all for it.
I'm on.
We're also going
plan.
first, so
Yes.
that'll help us a little.
Bloodghast can't block is the reason I cut it there. Like I've been talking up the interactions with Recurring Nightmare, but no. Ooh, I already hit submit here, but the troll might have been a good addition too as a good blocker.
Lotleth Troll.
Yeah, as a early creature that can't be. You have to get around it in some other way. Anyway, I'm still just confused as to why my opponent's 3 colors. It hasn't come up yet. All right, Sylvan Caryatid. This is fine. Sylvan Caryatid is a good way to stifle early aggression as well as ramp.
No Isamaru. Happy about that.
Yeah.
No Kidian.
Mm-hmm. Precinct captains here. And cord for 1, but that ain't happening.
Yeah, get my Arbor Elf.
Wake Thrasher.
Come on, Bonfire.
Thank you.
Oh no! The old 2-for-1. I feel a little dirty.
Excuse me. We just need to. Thank you. That was good. Good job, Kaz.
Yeah, no problem.
Sublime Archangel. That's a card I'd like to draw a black source to kill.
That's kind of like drawing a black source.
I guess I'm gonna do it.
Kind of a turn late, but, you know.
Ha!
No. You just had to trust the shuffle.
Mm-hmm. Removal's good. I'm
Yeah. Okay, now we're facing the counter wall.
Yeah. Or he's playing another. These both need to die. We found some creatures that need to be removed from play.
Amazingly, we can make that happen. That's just how great Yavimaya Elder is.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so can we profane for 3 in Doomblade?
Yes.
Alright.
Because I'm seeing black, 3 forests.
So return target creature, and target creature gets -X/-X. So let's get that. And we'll go ahead and choose that. Black. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then Doomblade. Okay. And we're still holding a piece of removal. Go us.
Cool.
Yeah, that by the way, that combo, like, that gives all your creatures exalted, and then, it could be strong. I think that's a decent combo. Like, you know, just hear me out.
Play a powerful enchantment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
I accept. Fine. Alright, this goes grabs his red, which looks more like a splash now. Like that could be like a Johnny or Prophetic Bolt or
Wake Thrasher Maluku.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I think our swamp's getting tapped.
I think Rofellos should be the thing tapped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Excuse me, I need to.
I guess beware of Monotithe.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case that comes up.
Let's go grab more forests, I think.
Now that we have Rofellos out,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that plan. We can start courting for obscene amounts. Oh.
Oh. Is that castable?
Do we want to though? I mean, Tamiya's right there.
I think we should probably kill Tamiya. I think you're right. That's greedy of me because that could really get me hosed.
He kind of has the answer to Sundering Titan on the board already if he controls Tamiyo.
Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna. Also, we get the full sweep with Sundering Titan. 3 for 5.
Yeah, if only our opponent played some some forests or swamps.
Anyway, Rofellos is pretty cool. You should counter this. Alright. That sucks. I mean, that's too bad. That's really just... I wish I could feel a little worse about that.
Yeah, we trade the Caryatid for it.
Do you have a second counterspell? No. Alright, let's go ahead and...
I mean, might want a Court of Calling that. Okay.
No, I've got a plan. I have a plan that's kind of dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool.
God.
And then I think my opponent really doesn't need any lands. You know, if I just go ahead and bring back Rofellos, sack Sundering Titan. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay.
Ah.
All right.
Wait,
My opponent's.
match.
My opponent's.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right.
My opponent's figured out what I was doing.
God.
I was bringing back Rofellos there, which would give me like enough mana that I could just like cord for 7 off of Rofellos plus my forests. So we won. I'm very satisfied. With this
Somehow
game.
we had all the removal in our like.
That was every kill spell.
Removal spell.
We drew the Bonfire, the Profane Command, the Doomblade, and the Hero's Downfall, and that's it. Is that the first time that I've ever gotten the full Monty on Sundering Titan? Like Plains, Island, Swamp.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mountain Forest, like.
You certainly did get it this time. I don't know what your track record is on that card.
Usually you don't see all 5 colors in one
Yeah.
game. No. I was gonna say most of the people that weren't sure about Recurring Nightmare weren't like not sure about Recurring Nightmare. It was more like that Bloodghast was unnecessary, and this actually just shows them off better. Like, you know, like because they were correct. I didn't need Bloodghast to get this to work at all. It looks like we're in the waiting zone though for a little while. So. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very fun deck. I'm glad that we have a cube deck that finally is going.
This is kind of a machine.
Damn, this really. It's weird because I know it's an incomplete machine too. Like we don't have a Shriek Maw, which is like the final piece I want. Like Shriek Maw would be pretty good.
You know what I would kind of like more, frankly? And this sounds crazy and stupid, but skin render.
You, I was actually about to say the same thing. Because if we can just recur it 5 times, why not pick the one that can target black creatures too?
Right.
I think you're
We'll
right.
just eventually chisel down anything.
Sooner or later, it will die.
How much skin? How much skin must I rend?
The point that Shriekmaw is better with Volrash Stronghold is true, though. You know,
That used to be every single cube deck that I would build in my like friend's casual cube that he would bring around. I was always like black white Volrath Stronghold every Necrotal.
Yep.
That was just kind of my thing. I fell into it. I'm like, Volrath Stronghold is too good. I have to pick this lane. I have to be doing this.
And nowadays, there's even more cards for that in white, like Blade Splicer or Resto Angel in the white side of things that just make it nuts. You know, one of the things I like about Cube is that it's very revealing about the player. You know, you in Cube, there's always a reason to go into blue or white or red or green or black or into some 2-color combination. You can always convince yourself that it's correct. So, like, what you play in the Cube says a lot about what playstyle you both like, enjoy to play, and think is the most powerful playstyle. So it's an interesting thing. I don't think there's any format really like it. Yeah, this is the deck. Give you the list. Here's the litany of cards.
Phyrexian Metamorph.
Yeah, the blue card that we cast for blue mana. I'm sad that we literally have never played Surak. I really want to know more about that card's playability. I don't think it's correct in our deck, I suppose.
I mean, everything suddenly having haste is the thing that turns Surak into a I win right now.
Yeah, like I play Surak and then Primeval Titan comes down, has haste, attacks, and it's like, oh. Yikes. Rofellos has haste. But yeah, I don't know. I think it might be better off in a more mid-range deck that is planning on playing like 2, 3, 4, 5, like maybe like 3, 4, 5. Like that's their curve zone. So, you know, they play Surak on 4, and then Surak can gain haste and immediately attack.
Yeah.
And then they play on 5, they play something also huge, and then hand haste off that direction. So, yeah, like there's... The card is seeing standard play. I mean, handing off haste isn't really a green ability, too, which is probably the odder part of it. Like, there are cards in green that hand off haste, but they're much rarer. Watsy Tim versus 2 Duck Cubed.
Do you think that's actually a Wizards of the Coast person?
There's a R&D editor whose name is Tim Ayton. So, yeah. I would believe that. I think somebody else even mentioned that in the zoo that is likely to be. I don't recognize names that much on it Magic Online, but that is like an actual person. Tim Allen? I don't think that's Tim Allen.
I don't think he works for Wizards of the Coast.
Nah, same here. I feel pretty confident that isn't. I think the biggest thing with Serac that makes it not the hugest thing in Cube is that Green 2 is a very competitive spot. Okay, if it has WotC underscore, it's a legit account. Is that a... Do they not allow people to... I guess that would make sense if they don't allow people to pose as Wizards of the Coast employees.
Or, like, name themselves WotC Ultimate Hellbane. Or...
Ah, yes. WotC Kaz.
WotC wants your money, like... What a petty kind of thing, though. Why would they care that much? Like, I want to say that anyone who is playing Magic online is already in the, like, core group of Magic players who will never stop playing Magic ever. So, like, nothing, no matter how bad it is you do, will ever get them to stop playing.
Likely.
The choir, as it were.
I mean, I don't foresee myself stopping playing Magic in the immediate future. I am that person.
I still have to try their other game, Magic Origins, I think it's called, or Magic Duels.
Magic Duel, one of the two.
Yeah.
It's effectively the Duels of the Planeswalker. Yeah, I think PokeCaptain has why it's likely that. It's so they can't have somebody named like WotC underscore support. You should give me your password. You know, there's something wrong. And like posing as an employee. And I could see them monitoring account names for that purpose.
Yeah.
Because that's not like a gameplay issue. That's a legal issue.
It's true. And then, you know, then they log into your account, change your password, and trade all their cards to you for nothing.
Yeah.
Or all your cards.
All your cards. I was saying, oh, thank you.
All their cards. Here, have all of these garbage cards. You will never be able to search the collection again.
Wow,
that would be my take on it.
That would be your take on it. Reverse theft. You just all of a sudden hand, like, here, have these cards. You've done that to people.
I mean, I have done.
I know factually that's occurred.
I have mailed people thousands of cards so that I would no longer have to carry them around and move them.
Yeah. Here's 10,000 Altar of the Brood. Take them. Please, take my garbage. Magic Duels is no Chandelar. That's really the Magic game
like, I don't know that much about it, and I kind of want to play it just to see. I'm pretty sure it's junk, just because, like Hearthstone, you have a digital collection, and unlike Hearthstone, your collection is not shared across devices.
That really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, how can you have a digital collection that's, like, local?
They don't want to save it on their own memory space, so they want you to save it on yours.
Strange. I don't...
That was the last information I had about the thing.
Yeah,
Maybe they fixed that, but that sounds kind of like design level, like...
Yeah,
built in.
like not something that gets immediately fixed. I yeah, I haven't played Duels recently, and since like maybe like Duels 11 or something like that. Because we a friend purchased it for his Xbox, and then we would play like the two-headed giant on it,
Yeah.
and that was what we did. And the two-headed giant in that was broken.
Oh no.
Well, like I specifically remember like attacking with a creature with Swamp Walk and it getting blocked because the wrong player controlled the swamp, and you couldn't choose who you were attacking at.
Oh wait. Hold on.
Uh huh.
That's that's not how that works.
Uh huh.
You can't fool me. Lord, I had the devil of a time trying to figure out how Slumbering Dragon worked. And that was at a release tournament for the thing, so freaking nobody knew how it worked. And
That's a 3/3 for one that wakes up.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And like one judge said that it did work, one judge said that it didn't, and we're like, what the hell?
Oh God, where are the judges?
It's like, look, we basically know how it worked, and it's actually this is the sad part. The like lower level judge got it right, and got overruled. The like incorrectly overruled so that we couldn't use our slumbering dragon that day, and I'm like,
one of the tricks with judges is that they are human and fallible.
Yeah.
we interesting rulings occur. But I think Origins is free to play, so if you wanted to show it off and play it, that's absolutely
that's kind of what draws me to it at all, is not having to pay Wizards any money to play it.
Right.
So that's why I consider it.
I wonder if it has a free to play model that's better or worse than not even Hearthstone, but what was the game with the apples?
War of Omens.
War of Omens. Yeah, I wonder if it had like I think that should be the comparison, because Hearthstone like Hearthstone's model, like I don't know if it'll actually match on that.
Freaking chore of Omens.
I mean, I know that I've made incorrect calls. Like sometimes my knowledge is incomplete. I am a person. It's the free to play model is actually really good because you can't open duplicates. Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to think of specifics, but like there are like new mechanics are the most likely to have that occur, where it's like you don't know the exact, like you don't already have all these interactions remembered. So it's like, well, how does Awaken work with destroying your land in response? It's like, well, it matters how many targets there are.
Oh boy.
It actually like there's a Mole Drifter with Awaken, and if you instant speed blow up the land, the spell gets countered.
Wait, it targets the land on the Awaken cost?
Yes, it does.
Oh, groan.
So that, and there is an instant speed Stone Rain in the format, red 3, destroy target land.
I mean, really what that says is destroy target awakened card, right?
Yeah, that actually says destroy target awakened card.
Like, let's be real here.
Yeah, I mean, I did a draft yesterday, and the thing that was most valuable, like, it was effectively mono blue. But it had 2 time ebbs and 2 just bounce spells. Using those on awakened lands is extremely punishing.
Damn.
Like, time ebb your creature that's actually a land, you get plow undered, and you lose your guy. Like, let's move on. And yeah, the other interaction there that matters is that Zada is the Inkai Nephilim goblin of sorts.
Right.
Says when it is the only target.
Oh.
So if you have Pump Spell, it functions. If you have Pump Spell with Awaken, it does not.
That's kind of Bobo too. Man.
I can say though that Zada in Limited is ridiculous. Like is a hill
Really?
giant.
Like she works?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Zada does a lot of like the other player who was 2-0 in the draft was on about how Zada was a lot of their wins. They played her, and then like on 6 they'd play her, and then play Earth and Arms, which just says target permanent gets 2+1/+1 counters, and it's just like, here's my overrun.
Jeez.
Oh, mid combat I'll sure strike. My team gets +3/+0 in first strike. Also, this card is a hill giant on base, so you don't feel that bad about including it in your deck. I've actually heard rumblings of it being played and constructed.
I don't know. I don't really believe that.
Yeah, like I said, rumblings. People, like, they want to play Hordling Outburst and then Titan Strength, or Become Immense. Become Immense is the more funny one.
Yeah, no deck that is casting those spells really needs that interaction in order to like win in scenarios where they wouldn't there anyway, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of loose. But
like I said, rumblings.
I kind of want it to be real because Ink Treader Nephilim,
Mm-hmm.
4 colors to cast.
And this is 1 color to cast and doesn't have the drawback of it's only your spells, it is to say. I guess we're playing Watsy Tim.
Exciting.
Tim
Oh
A.
man, I want to crush someone who works for Wizards of the Coast.
No,
Yes.
I know you always do. let's see if we can get there.
Okay, the rest of the night was non-serious. It's time for the real match.
This is the real round. So mold a 5 and mold a 6 or something like that.
Mm. I mean, if those are the correct decisions.
Yes, I know. I will do that. There is no split in this. The prizes are only play points. You can't trade them.
Offer the split anyway, and then then ask him to be the one who concedes.
I offer the split to the Watsy employee. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know how well I feel about offer the split to the Watsy employee. This is keepable.
What does this hand do?
Not a lot, but it's
What, like copy their best thing?
basically.
Mm.
Basically, I feel like this is there are definitely 6s better than this, like heavily. But there's also like this is just fine. The hope is we just draw like one of our ramp pieces so I can play Kakusho early. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't see the swamp there. Okay, I like this hand a little more now.
Oh, yeah, I can cast the Doomblade.
Yeah. I'm like, man, we have this uncastable Doomblade. I only saw Volrath's Stronghold.
Might
Oh,
still
I
be-
see. No, he forced black to make sure that it works.
Okay, I understand. Jace.
Just kill that.
I think I can just murder Jace. Sorry, you can't have that. Daze me. Daze me. Daze me. Okay.
Maybe we should have copied him first.
I think we might have been too late then. Alright.
Okay, I didn't see polluted Delta coming. We would have been too late.
Kira. Oh! We would have been a little too late, yeah.
Well, I certainly didn't see Kira Great Blasphemer coming.
Neither did I. Do you think we want a Kira?
I think our opponent is going to have more
Targeted.
like targeted removal or targeted things than us to begin with anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's a thing to do, so I like using my mana for doing things.
Hey, legend rule. Yeah, mostly I'm a big fan of that because blue-black is the removal colors, and it's like, all right, well now we we have a really heavy anti-removal going on. Metamorph copying Jace is I don't think that functions. Riftwing Cloudskate enters the exiled zone.
Oh wait, I hadn't thought about that at all, because like it doesn't have another side.
Yeah.
So you'd
Um,
exile him and oh
hmm.
my god, I don't know what would happen.
And then comes back in on the other side, so as a face down.
It becomes a morph.
What do we want to do here? Green Suns for 3? That's Nissa.
Yeah.
Could also be...
Hard to target Nissa sounds kind of good.
Yeah. Also could be Rofellos.
Fellows, yeah, the Elder. I mean, it's Rofellos if you want to cast Kakusha next turn, or yeah, no, that would be doable.
Yeah. I think I like Rofellos.
All right, cool. Hey, can we leave 1 mana up?
Yeah, we can do that. That's the other thing. Well, yeah, let's grab Rofellos. No attacks.
Okay, so I remember you talking about wanting to play in a Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any Grand Prix that you're thinking about playing in that are modern format?
Not immediately, no. Actually, I have to check. There's one in Minneapolis next year that I don't remember the format and would have to check.
Okay. In case it is modern, there's a deck that I want to introduce you to. Oh no!
Yo! Okay, this is legit.
We'll have -1 power.
Also, can only be. Oh no, Jace is counters the first removal spell. Animate Dead does not.
Ha. Ha. The wheels are turning. Does our opponent have counterspell?
Let's find out. And we have Volrath Stronghold. I'm actually going to make this make green mana. And actually, that seems unnecessary. We'll go black. So we want Rofellos and Kakusha. Perfect. And we get to attack with Kira. Alright. I would like to be able to chord for... oh, that Utopia Sprawl is going to get owned in a turn. Why not red mono? Because the bonfire's not in the deck right now. It's on the sideboard. So, Jace. Is our opponent Reanimator?
Wow, did we steal all their toys? Jeez.
Like, are they gonna discard Grizzlebrand at me, and then all of a sudden, like, this looks really sketch? Like, because there's a distinct possibility that their opponents animate dead. All this, I should have made that. Uh huh.
All right, Deathrite Shaman. Go big.
Okay. I can chord for 8 if I tap out, and that means tap out everything. I don't think that's necessary. I think I just attack with Kakusho.
And shame we don't have a way to, like, sacrifice or reanimate loop him yet.
Right. I could chord for Sundering Titan, but that doesn't actually keep him off a color. Oddly enough.
Yeah, I may as well use your Utopia Sprawl while we got it.
Yeah, because he should. Like, unless he has a kill spell he wants to resolve, he should bounce that forest. However, if he has a kill spell he wants to resolve, he could target, to break the Kira glass.
Mm.
Like, that's also an option for our opponent. I can end step chord for a Titan. I can actually chord for 7 right now, I think. So here comes the Riftwing Cloudskate. Breaking Kakushos.
Ooh.
Ooh, is this going to be like Steel Kakusho?
That'd be kind of brutal.
Treachery? I mean, we have chord. We can chord for Woodfall Premise and fix things. All right. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have access to chord for 7 at this moment. Would love to see like Recurring Nightmare right now. Though it actually would be difficult to work at the moment. We don't have a creature in yard. Riftwing Cloudskate comes on in.
Has haste. For the rest of the game, it will have haste. There you go.
Hey, my dragon's better than yours because Kira's around. Oh my god. Alright, I don't think I want a Titan. I actually think I want
Woodfall Primus?
Woodfall Primus to kill off Jace. Thank you.
Yeah, we Court of Calling for it.
Yeah, we courted for it. We got it. Good job. All right.
What the heck?
Sweet. We did it. It happened. Yeah, so that happened.
I like the image of zombie Jace. I'm gonna have to write that into one of these stories.
Oh, I'm shuffling, by the way. Yeah, that's me. All right. So, do I want to leave Kakusho back as like a blocker for Kaga? Is that the thing here?
Hmm.
I have Court for 3 still up.
Could we get and play Nissa and then have a Planeswalker?
We could, but that would tap us out of blockers, and Nissa would immediately die. So we'd have to do it there and
All right.
So I feel like we're just gonna wait. 1 card in our opponent's hand. I feel like we can play a bit of a longer game. I don't know why our opponent broke the Kakusho shield instead of bouncing Utopia Sprawl. Like, I think it might have been that they thought they had something else, but when they drew off of Jace, their plans changed on the turn. Like, all of a sudden they drew Kaiga and they're like, oh.
Right, like, okay, that's fair, because the Riftwing Cloudskate happens at upkeep, and so then your draw happens and you're like, oh shit, I want to do this instead.
Well, especially because they drew and then they used
like,
Jace.
Like, Kaiga would have to be the thing that they got.
Yeah.
Which means they do have a kill spell?
But it
that
doesn't
can
work.
Kill Kakusho?
Well, does it mean they have a kill spell to break the shield on All right, so...
No. What I'm thinking is, like, their original plan was to, like, break the glass and use the kill spell on Kaiga and just pull that Band-Aid off. Or, I'm sorry, on Kakusho.
Anyway, let's go grab Nissa.
Then again, that doesn't really make sense because we're, like, sitting on Volrath Stronghold.
Okay. That had to happen sooner or later.
The gates. The gates are open.
And the gates are open. Attack with Woodfall Primus, play Primetime. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good to me. Our opponent's at 12. He can't just like take the.
Yeah.
I mean, he can and live, but going from 12 to 6.
Now, do they have a way to break the Kira shield so that they can block with Kaiga? Dig? No, murderous... Okay, so that's what they're going to do. They're going to break Kakusha's shield so that Kaiga can steal. They can steal it.
Hmm.
That makes sense. I don't care that much, but it makes sense. You'll see why I don't care that much. It's actually a pretty cool play, I think. Anyway, so you get Kakusha. That's fine. And then let's go ahead and play Primeval Titan. Yeah. Here's why I don't care that much. Forest and forest. So, opponent really can't make attacks here because they'll die. You know, that's a problem. Now, what was their draw? This matters a lot. I would like this to be a not huge... Okay, Forbidden Alchemy's fine.
Oh no. Getting exhumed on.
Do we lose from that? I think we just straight lose to that.
Oh, they get Keiga back.
No, they don't get Kega back. They get Masker Worm back and we lose.
I didn't see Masker Worm happen. Jeez.
Yeah, the game ends right there. I don't even get to implement my cool plan to win the game. Nuts. I guess attacking last turn with Kakusha didn't matter at all anyway. Yeah, so we have no blockers. We just take the hit and die. Unfortunate. The plan was to chump block with Kira, get back Phyrexian Metamorph on the top of the deck, and just copy Kakusha. Anyway, our opponent's Reanimator.
Okay.
So
with some like blue interactive stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm sitting here thinking about playing that in Tomb.
Be better, Reanimator.
Well, if he plays Exhume and I respond with Entomb.
You know what? Yeah. that's fair.
Anything else we want? Indrik Stomp Howler again?
I mean, for what? The one target that we saw?
We did see one target. I'm just kind of assuming there's more. I don't know.
I guess he has Dance of the Dead as well, maybe.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Vampire Nighthawk also wouldn't be bad. Our opponent was like tribal 2/2 flyers. Entomb. Thinking about that Nighthawk is all. If I play that, what would I cut? Also, Bonfire is still an option.
In tribal 2 toughness creatures against a lucky Bonfire.
So let's go like this. I'm actually going to cut a forest so that I have enough black sources at the moment. That seems... No, that's unnecessary. Alright. Let's rock. I'd like to play first. Yeah?
Bloodghast, eh?
Yep.
I guess we could get him on 2.
I think we do.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get lands, we get Sundering Titan. If we get spells, we can cast them because this is 5 mana. Entomb, yeah, Entomb is the... I really hope I get to show off why I brought Entomb in this matchup. There's a very specific reason why I brought Entomb in. We want black mana of that. And we're going to burn for 1. Oh no. Nice. Is that better?
I mean, Bloodghast doesn't even block. We don't have any of the pieces that interact with him. I don't believe in daze.
I know our opponent has it, but if they daze to bounce that land, I don't feel too bad. Rofellos. Alright, we have, what, 7 mana? Chase, okay.
Ooh.
Alright, so I think I play the swamp here. And cast...
Give your Sundering Titan another target?
To cast a Bloodghast.
Okay.
And hopefully our opponent plays a swamp because they're probably searching for black and Jace is going to be
That's true, that's true. This opponent does have swamps.
Mm-hmm. Not the bad lands.
I shouldn't be too worried about that. Yeah. Again, Badlands, strictly worse than a swamp. What the
What the hell? I know. Why has this come up multiple times?
Maybe because you're playing an anti-card that should not exist. Sundering Titan.
Yeah. That anti-card that should not exist is a pretty good way to describe Sundering Titan. Anyway, Rofellos does some damage. Alright, so our opponent
The body blow from Rofellos Lawnaware. Sorry.
He gives you that smile.
Yeah, not even prominently featured in his own art. It's like more the forest than the man, really. Oh no!
Oh no! I don't have the Entomb up. Damn it. And also... I disagree!
I'm gonna also call that a mistake. Like, unless they plan to steal it or something, I don't, like...
Well, what do you get from stealing Rofellos? I'm just gonna call
That's
that
gotta be a
one.
misclick. I'm gonna be charitable and call that a misclick.
Whatever. Sundering Titan, do you have the counterspell? You didn't have Daze 2 turns ago when I played Rofellos, so... Okay, you have it now. That's fine. I have to try. Now, hopefully we draw up our, Oh, it's non-elves. That's why. This card kills even less than I thought.
Target non-elf creature. Rofellos is too beautiful.
You can't damage
You
Rofellos.
can't kill him.
So beautiful.
Okay, not a misclick.
Yep.
Merely an unfortunate consequence of that card being terrible. Oh, Christ.
Something has occurred.
Well now. I think we're getting crushed. Jeez.
Yeah. I am definitely not. Our opponent is not owned by Sliodine. We need to draw like prime time.
Oh!
Or.
Well, now.
Or.
Wait, okay, so we could cast. We could have our own Guilt Leaf Winnower and kill his Primeval Titan. Or it's Sundering Titan.
Our opponent's on 9.
Well, I mean,
No, that's what I mean. Like, if we use this guilt, like, if we copy the Guilt Leaf.
like the Guilt Leaf also has Menace.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we copy the Guilt Leaf, we kill the Sundering Titan. Our opponent's at 9. We'll have a 4-power Menace creature. We just go to town. And also lands disappear.
No one has any lands.
Alright, so don't play the banned lands is what you're saying.
Right. Also, maybe attack with Bloodcast? Because we're gonna play a land, and I don't know. Maybe that's stupid.
No, that's fine. So I'm gonna... I, too, can use Guilt Leaf Winnower!
Okay, not an elf, remember.
Yep.
Jeez.
Sundering Titan is too beautiful to murder. Alright, lands disappear.
Too weird to live, too rare to die.
Jace will flip, but what else can I do? I have to do this.
No, that's fine. That's no longer a blocker.
Yeah. It's half a blocker, -2 power.
Mm.
He has Deathrite Shaman as a mana dork. I can't believe I'm trying to use Guilt Leaf Winnower, that card that...
Somehow this was the best thing on the battlefield to copy.
I know. Not okay, so get this. Not only did Guilt Leaf Winnower do jack all for our opponent, but it actively ruined them? Like, because if that was Shriek Maw, I can't kill artifact creatures. You know?
And our Rofellos is gone.
And so Guilt Leaf Winnower is...
It's just the worst card. Don't play Guilt Leaf Winnower.
Deathrite Shaman's an elf, yeah. Unkillable like
Yeah.
Guilt Leaf Winnower.
Correct. Too beautiful.
Too beautiful for this world. I like that because of Rofellos, we have 5 mana next turn. This is so dumb. Yeah. I'm on the front foot here too on the combat. Like, he's gonna have Jace, and okay, so here's the cool thing. Our opponent's going to be able to flip Jace. Now, Jace can flashback spells. Let me pull up Jace's abilities. -3, you can cast target instant sorcery from your grave with flashback, effectively. Well, how do you feel about flashbacking Reanimate when you're at... Oh, okay. Well, what about Exhume when... Oh. So that flashback, not really doing anything.
Please cast Exhume again.
Yeah. So Jace is only going up.
Oh, he does have... He still has Deathrite, so perhaps... No, he doesn't have enough mana to do all that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Jace is flipping. Known quantity has to happen. Isn't Magic a strange game?
Magic is a silly game, full of silly cards.
Mm-hmm. I literally didn't realize that this card... Okay, there's Jace. Discarding Kaiga.
Gross.
I can tell you that reanimating Kaiga might be, like, go ahead and cast Reanimate on Kaiga. I'm right there with you if you want to do that. Okay.
It's a menace.
I can't block it.
Can't block it. We don't have enough blockers.
Maybe Exhume, but again, okay, -2 power. Make the menace less of a menace. Mana, alright.
Kira?
Night Veil Spectre.
Night Veil Radio.
Yeah.
The Spectre.
Hmm. We're in a bit of a puzzle because our opponent can use that Death Right Shaman to burn us.
Hmm.
I do think that I have to just ignore Jace, though.
Yeah, Jace is the smokescreen. Our opponent's at 7.
Yeah. I could attack with Rofellos. That would get me 2 damage in here.
Kind of locks us out from ever casting anything.
Right, because if I just go ahead and play Badlands and Sylvan Caryatid, I have 6 mana next turn.
One or the other might not matter, you know? Like
well,
if we have a bunch of lands on top of the deck. Yeah.
Anyway. Let's see if our opponent allows Bloodghast through. Okay. Because they don't have green up to remove it.
I mean, are they ever going to have green?
I don't know. They could have a Trop Island in their deck or something like that. Though they've used fetches, so the fact that they haven't grabbed it might signal otherwise.
Well, I mean, they also fear the Sundering Titan, so they don't want to like roll out their green sources.
Yeah, like this game is ending before Jace Ultimates. Also, Jace's ultimate is just mill, so you know.
How underwhelming.
Jace's ultimate is not good. Like, let me put that back up on screen. When you get an emblem that says, whenever you cast a spell, target opponent puts the top 5 cards of his or her library in the graveyard. I have 28 right now. Like, Jace's ult is not going to affect this game. All right,
Yep,
so I am
still a menace.
I am taking this hit. Four mana. Jace is going to put Guiltleaf Winnower back down. Yep. And then I actually can't make a legitimate attack. That's a non-card, I think.
Man, missed the moment.
Yeah, I know. This is what I get for boarding in the cool thing rather than keeping in something like Surak right now. I don't think there's anything in the deck that functions with, right?
Bloodghast is on the table. Do we still have Unburial Rights?
No.
That was a different draft?
Yeah. Oh, no, we have it. It's just not in the deck right now.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yep.
Shoot, because that would be kind of cool.
Agreed. Yeah, okay. It's just a dead card then. So, no attacks. I think we're just straight dead. I think that draw actually didn't matter. Because if I'm right, my opponent kills me with Night Veil Spectre. Right? Because I get burned for 2. And then I get burned for 2 again, and then I take 2 flying. So the only actual live draw there is, like, Kakusho.
Man, shame they didn't go for the victory lap in Tomb or Exhume.
Yeah.
That'd have been exciting.
Now.
Oh, now they have the green.
Well, hold on.
Ooh, yeah, let's Entomb in response anyway.
Yeah, hold on. I've got a response. It's got the little skull.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. I think we should show them Bonfire.
Hmm.
Because that's the
No,
card.
show them Recurring Nightmare. Have they seen that yet?
Yeah, okay, Recurring Nightmare. We only get to show them one card. You gotta choose wisely. Alright. Dang.
Yeah. Stupid Wizards of the Coast employees being good at the game that they create.
Weird how that works. Though they didn't realize that it was non-elf.
Man, maybe this card we made sucks.
Maybe this card
Jeez.
is kind of lame. But yeah. This was a hella good draft though. Like, again, the only thing I wish we had more of was interaction with our opponent. Especially so in this match, because our interaction is so light.
Oh, man. Just straight up Necrotol. That's what we wanted. And frankly, there aren't as many of those in the cube as I'm used to. Oh, that was the other thing about the cube that I usually did. There was, like, every Necrotol ever. It was kind of disgusting. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just, take all these. Sure.
Oh, okay. How many Necrotols are there in here? 17. Okay. Big game
I had
hunter.
a deck with 7 Necrotols at one point.
Oh my god.
Like, the cube is supposed to have unique cards. Like, that's the fun of it.
You want to have a couple that are like, okay, like, these could be same role players if like one isn't in the draft or somebody else picks kind of like Path and Swords, you want to have both because you want multiple players to get access to them, but you wouldn't want to play 7 copies of Swords,
right? Whereas I will play basically any number of Necrotols.
Yeah.
I guess. I get a guy and then you lose one.
Yeah. And then I get another guy and then you lose one. Sweet. But yeah, these were some good cubes. We are back in like business in the cube zone. Have another 4 up to go if I want. So, but not tonight. Tonight we are finished here. This is the end of cube for now. So thank you, Kaz, for joining on this journey.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you, everybody in the zoo. Hope you all enjoyed this in the last one. We had some really good games. So, good night, everybody.